What are you doing?
Well, this bolt doesn't want to go in here very well, so
Must be because it's
not the best of condition. Threads,
it's an interesting bracket setup.
custom.
Custom.
All right, you didn't do your light down there. There we go. So I'm gonna cut this case all the way right here where my finger is. Here, let me see it. Oh. There we go. Kind of like right there. This whole area here got cut away. Cut the plate a little bit. There's that bolt I just brought over. Is that it? Yeah, there we go. Got my new bolt. So now you can kind of put that up in the hole right there. So we use this grinder right here. D-wall. Piece of crap. Up in there like that. Grind the piss out of it. Broke the cutter a little bit. It's alright. Still works. So here you go. See that bolt? Lost it.
You keep turning it upside down.
It's because I can't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the helicopter's making a little noise though.
Can't figure it out.
Well, you know, it's. I'm not exactly the smartest person around here, you know. So it takes me time to figure this crap out. Now, we're hoping the threads inside the frame are good, but so far it's kind of going in. Yeah, it appears that it might be going in there, Fred.
Well, it could be just, it's cross-threaded so badly it'll go in either way.
We don't know until we get to the bottom. See if it tightens up.
It's not me, it's the damn camera decided it wants to shut off.
You mean that jiggling wasn't you? I thought that was you.
Oh, jiggle, jiggle.
Oh, okay.
Lots of threads going in.
It's going.
Not what we typically would do, which is about double the length of that because we have a pretty deep hole, but
Somebody might actually tighten it. Well, that's a good sign. It kind of get a little torque before it gets.
are you putting a Tatro tightness on it?
No, I don't have the right wrench right now.
I think I'd... hey.
What?
That's enough. No more.
Okay. Is that one tight?
Really? I bet it ain't. And you're not going to change that out to something better?
What do you mean, like take away 3 washers? It's stripped.
If it's spun, yeah. Lovely.
That bolt might be 5 inches long. Don't know.
Sorry.
It's a good thing we put a bolt there because this one's stripped.
We kind of run into that every now and then, don't we?
What, something that's screwed up? Never. Let's push out the light button.
I did. It keeps shutting off.
If you push the light button again, it'll stabilize and it might stay on.
Whatever.
How long do you think this bolt is?
So I told you my buddy calls up when I did all that grinding on that transmission, he calls up the shop where he got the... I guess that's why we put it on.
Nobody knows you're working on a 4-wheel drive Willys pickup Jeep.
Well, he called him and said, yeah, that kit is not, that transfer case was not, and kit and adapters was not made for that particular transmission, and you have to grind. So he goes, did he have to grind off this, and then he cut the pipe, and da-da-da-da-da, and the guy goes, yeah, he did that. My Ed's like, yeah, he did that. It's like, he's perfect. He goes, why didn't you tell anybody? He's like, well, we really don't want to advertise that if you buy this, you gotta cut your transmission up.
So you mean Jeep parts fit worse than Harley parts?
Yeah,
That's nice.
in this particular case. So my buddy's pretty impressed. He goes, yeah, he didn't even think twice about it. He just started cutting the sawzall and grinder out and started grinding the crap out of the case. I was like, well, he didn't grind anything important, just part of the lid. And
How far do you think that bolt was in there, Fred?
I don't know if it's going to even come out.
There might be a reason why that has an Allen bolt in there. I think the case is in there.
Well, that's part 1, and part 2 is it ain't coming. It's, yeah. You think you got any threads in there then, or what?
appears maybe probably not.
Wow, look at this. And it's coming out. And the answer is it's freaking coarse threads they shoved into a freaking fine thread hole.
They did.
They wouldn't do a thing like that, would they?
No. That never happened. Not in a hurry.
Does that look like a coarse thread bolt to you?
It appears that there might have been something resembling that.
Well, maybe not. I might be mistaken. It might be the grease.
No, but I think half the threads are not very good. Ooh, it's going to come out. It only went there that far.
We got a problem here.
I'm thinking maybe the threads aren't the best in condition. I can definitely see this bolt is not the best in condition. It appears that maybe the threads might be a mismatch.
Yeah, they cranked in the threads, the coarse threads on top of a...
Yeah, but I'm sure that didn't screw up the frame any.
How the heck... Can you see that?
It's custom. Well, if you wipe some of the crap off, it would be better.
Wipe the grease off. Let's take a closer look here. Oh, and wipe all those threads that got stripped off.
Oh. We're not going to have anything left if we do all that. Hey, watch your eyeballs and roll the hole out.
We wear all kinds of proper protection. Close your eyes. And
I'm getting hit in the head with stuff. Where's that light bulb at?
holy crap.
Oh, those threads look perfect in there, Fred.
How buggered up can you
Well, there's
get?
fine and coarse. It's got universal thread.
Hey, at least it's not freaking metric, you know?
That might be an improvement.
Holy crap. How are we going to fix this damn thing?
The correct way, you take the whole bike apart and start over, but
Do you really want to do that?
not particularly. But we got to do something.
Doesn't that defeat the purpose
Some people
of...
just weld the plates to the frame. I've seen that done.
Doesn't that defeat the purpose of us grinding a big chunk of this transmission
Well, it's
off
better
so
than it
that we
was
can-
because that bolt actually is tight. This one here was not very tight. So we're actually an improvement right now from what it
But
was.
once we take the transmission out, then we can put the proper length in each one.
Yeah, well,
Refix that one and then...
you're trying to do something too good around here.
You know, I'm the QC guy, right?
Grab me that custom fender over there I've been working on.
I'm the quality control guy, you know?
Yeah, let me see that. Here, Mr. Quality Control.
QC, man.
Is that what
What the
QC
frick
means?
is this? What is that?
Look at that turd that somebody put on
What the
there.
hell is that?
Somebody put that on there.
Look at that side.
Oh, look at that
Somebody know how to
turd.
weld?
Look at that turd. Damn, who would have done? And look at that paint job that's on there too.
Isn't this flat and that's shiny?
Yeah, see, this goes right up here, and if it appears raw that big blubber weld somebody put down there, you can actually put a flat spacer in there now with a flat bolt on this side and tighten it up. Unlike what it was before.
Was this the
custom piece that was in
was
there?
that the
Yeah.
custom
That was spinning
spacer?
at about a 30-degree angle. It was wrong, yeah.
That
I
looks
also
like
bent the frame tab so it kind of almost lines up now. Look at that. Precision engineering
a-
right
You
here.
gonna bolt this part in at least?
So that was about a half hour or an hour worth of welding there. You see how thick that weld is?
Oh, it is.
That is.
It's like a giant turd you put in there.
Yeah, that turd's about 3/8 of an inch of solid weld. Now you also got to take this frame bracket and weld it right where my finger is, where this gusset is, to tie it together. That'll be the next thing to do. See, it appears that this is pretty close to the right angle, so I'm thinking that we're going to weld this in here at some point. But I think I'll wait until we figure out what we're going to do about the tranny because things like be escalating a little bit more.
Really?
Yeah.
Nothing ever escalates.
Now we also
around
put a
here.
frame tab right here for a brake, which resembles this thing over here. And this is what our caliper looks like after we made the bracket fit it. So this all hangs up over here like this. Then I got that custom axle I got to fix. Where'd that run off to?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. The nut's on this side, the nut didn't unscrew, but the red Loctite one-piece axle unscrewed because they didn't weld it. They just threaded it together. Look how many threads they give you. Look at that. They expect that's not going to fall apart. Now they do realize I actually tighten these nuts down on these things. So
It only takes once.
we're going to put some sleeve retainer Loctite in there so that red. And hopefully that will take care of that problem. And then the license plate bracket that used to hang off of this bolt hole here got welded up. He's gonna go grind that at home. So I welded the whole up solid on that. Oh well, fun. This bike's almost done.
Really?
Yeah, we keep fixing everything.
You
All right.
seem to be going backwards instead of forwards. How can you say almost done?
Well,
when
we
you
got
have
the
to
bolt
pull
in now.
the
I have
transfer
the bolt in. I have
We
the
had to
fender
pull-
welded. I
we
got
had
the
to pull-
bracket welded.
We had to pull everything apart to get the transmission out, outside of the engine.
And I had to bend these
So how are
brackets
we moving
here.
forward?
I had to bend these brackets here a little bit to make it fit better.
Again.
We still got to work on the Sissy bar yet too. We're gonna have to cut this off right here, one of these two sides, and readjust it because somebody didn't weld this on straight. That's another problem.
Is that really?
Yes, and the offset's fucked off too.
I mean, that doesn't look straight.
No, that's see, it's got a curve to it. Yeah, there you go.
You hold it.
Your shirt's killing the view here. All right, well,
My clown shirt.
another 2 hours of time. A few more like this, we'll have it done eventually.
So I get to take apart the
So.
primary.
We'll see what the customer wants to do.
Let's-
I'll see if I can put a bolt in there. I'm gonna go dig up a bolt, try to put a bolt in there.
What a freaking
I'm not gonna hold my breath on it working though.
fine course.
Maybe I get a metric thread.
Fine course.
A coarse threaded metric bolt might do the trick.
All right.
You know, you could put a hole all the way through the whole frame here, just run a nut. That'd probably be easier and quicker. But I don't know. We'll figure out something to do here. We're not gonna leave it with just one bolt though. That's not gonna fly. We'll figure out something. We'll be back.
You gonna record this?
Yeah. I'll see you screwing it up.
Me screw anything up?
Yeah, well, the bolt's not going in straight, but that's okay. It's going in. How long was that bolt?
It was. What that one?
Inch and a half? Inch and a quarter?
Yeah, inch and a quarter.
Hey, somebody wants me over here. Don't they realize it's late? Hello.
It's not even freaking breakfast for you.
All right, what's up? No, not yet. No, not yet.
How do I do this from this angle?
Not sure. I think it's gonna happen before Christmas, so next couple of weeks I'm pretty busy doing stuff. Yeah, they're all simple until you get into them.
I'm not gonna working on right now. Real easy. So basically, we're rethreading the threads to the correct threads if we can, and hopefully it'll hold on.
Well, that's what I got 15 other people in front of you. Well, the race bike had to get done for the race to make it, so after the race ended, then we don't work on that no more for another 6 months. So, couple weeks. Okay, bye. How's it going there?
It's going in slowly. I'm getting a couple of.
It's got some drag going in, but that doesn't mean it got any holding power.
Yeah, correct. Correct, Mundo.
I need to go to the open and double box. Need to move up to a real wrench. There we go. We'll move up to a better wrench. There you go.
He's gonna catch. Yeah. That's a freaking bunch better. Why didn't you get that about 10 minutes ago?
Hey, you know, you could have walked all the way over to the tool bucket right over there and picked it up all by yourself. That was a long walk. It was almost right to the door there where you had to go take a leak, so you walked right by it.
Yeah, what the hell.
Yeah.
I like doing
Excuses are
things-
flying around
I
here.
like doing things the hard way.
No, why would you want to do it easy? That's not correct.
Yeah, it's got some bind to it.
Got some bind, but it got any grab. We'll
Guess
find
we could
out.
have put some glue on it before we put it in.
I think it's got enough glue in there already.
Oh, it's going in. Could have really buggered it up with a grade 8 in there.
Oh,
What's that noise out
I don't know.
there?
You mean the squeaking? I think that's the precision gas tank installation.
It sounds like we got a damn bird chirping around here every time I move the wrench.
I don't know. Is it a tank or is it a seat?
Look at that. That bad boy's in.
Uh-oh, Fred's getting, oh, look at pulling, look at the muscle flex. How tight is it?
Go ahead. You ain't gonna tighten it any. Well, you'll tighten it more, but. Okay, we'll move the brake. Move the whole bike. I think that's good at Tatro.
Has it got any holding? Is it holding?
It's holding. It didn't spin, did it?
Well, I don't know. My bottom is the washer tight, though, is what matters.
The impressive part is that he barely moved it after I tightened it down.
Yeah, it was tight.
Where's that chirping coming from?
Oh, there's a flashlight. See, this was tight too, but that doesn't mean the axle was tight, 'cause it bottomed out on the shoulder. All right, well, it appears that we have gotten the transmission.
Miracle.
Miracle was handled by Fred Jr. There you go. He's
There's
happy.
my goggles and my steel toe boat shoes.
Fancy,
Well, I'm not wearing my flip-flops.
You got your fancy dress clothes on.
Got my work clothes on.
That's right. All right.
Multitasking. I've actually golfed.
We actually did one thing today.
And
We got the transmission mounted. So there we go.
Oh, here we go. We're recording. Another lively day at the shop. I'd say it's a lovely evening. Check this bracket out.
Bigger.
Gino made this from scratch, man.
You have to open up to whatever size hole it is.
You know, the bracket making.
So you have to get those reamers I got up front. Ream it out for
Look at that.
at least 316. Probably metric.
This is that bracket you made, right, Gino? From scratch?
Yep.
That's a sweet looking bracket. Goes
I made that bracket too.
right there like that.
Is the paint dry on that one?
Together. Oh, don't scratch the paint.
I already touched
Oh,
it.
but look at this. You got freaking fingerprints.
I don't know, they kind of look like these,
Oh,
don't
look at
they?
those fingerprints. Do you even have any fingerprints left with all the burning you've done on your hands?
You would think they'd be gone.
You'd be like that one of them criminals. You don't have a fingerprint. What you do wrong? Oh, anyhow, here we go. Putting it together.
I'm just mocking it up.
Mocking it up.
That way you can have something important to videotape.
Videotaping. So
There you go. You like that?
It looks good, man. Real nice.
$299.99. We can make you one.
$2.99, not $2.99, but
That's close enough.
$299.99.
Close enough. Stainless steel. Won't rust.
Oh, rust, look good. Polishes up nice. Fits well.
He did polish the coil bracket though. It's stainless also.
Oh, stainless coil bracket. All these custom parts are really
Fancy shit.
I'm not making. Now, why is there a big hole in that? Isn't that supposed to be threaded? Oh, for a
It's a
switch.
fancy model. Custom.
So that technically, for those of you who don't know, is actually your clutch cable bracket.
No, it is now a high-low switch programming bracket.
It's a clutch cable bracket.
You got high beam and low beam.
Conformed to a new high beam, low beam
Yeah.
setup, and the wires will go whoosh up there. And up.
We had an extra bracket.
Or you can just take it to the grinder and cut it off.
We got the ignition switch put to here.
Right.
Cut all the other brackets
And we
off.
left this bracket because
Yeah, we just didn't get around to cutting it off.
no, we left it on there because we're going to put the lights here, lights and plates there.
No, plate's coming off the axle. He's going right back to stock location.
But that's why we left that on there.
Well, it's
That was a good idea.
Yeah, but we're not going to use it now.
It was a brilliant idea.
Yeah, but he didn't like that, so
Got my safety shoes on.
that's right.
Look at these. It was brand new bracket.
Brand new everything. But now it works. And
What
still,
else?
And he stole the seat brackets. You can't mount the seat now. Didn't need it, I guess.
All right, that it for now? No more fingerprints in the wet paint, dude.
I can't go like this.
Yeah.
You sure?
That's
What
a
about this other side?
high quality paint job you got going on there.
You like how I tested the brakes to see if they work? Yeah.
Oh, nice. Why'd you do that?
Well, I had this pedal up here. Let me see if it's going to clear the exhaust system that we're working on next. So we have to make some bracket to hold the front pipe on it. And when we made all this custom mounting,
You
foot
forgot
control,
the bracket.
we had to change the, because this is a 4-speed brake assembly for an FX that now bolts onto a 5-speed.
Is this custom too?
That was the bracket they made. So it's actually pretty stout, so we're keeping it. And we're using the stock shift linkage piece here that's modified a little bit, but close. So this is all just stock shoveling over here, more or less now, even though it's a 5-speed Evo. Then we got our caliper right here, which is made by who?
Something wood.
So that goes back there.
But it doesn't have any, it's missing something.
We're working on those. Got some wear issues.
No, it's going for the 45-degree angle.
Well, it's a matched pair. Who says the mounting bracket was bent?
That's bent? No, it couldn't be.
Different application.
No.
No, that's a custom one. We made that. That's a modified unit off my race bike. So it's for a 10-inch rotor. So we're on a small brake. You can see more spokes, so it looks better. See that big ass rotor, small wheel crap. We use big wheel, small rotor.
Yeah.
We pay for these spokes. Now we can see them.
Do we have a front brake too?
It actually does have a front brake on it.
Mm. Somebody that's got a little bit of common sense.
Well, as he put it, he has kids now. So he wants to save his life. That was the theory.
and he's going to get on this thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shit's pretty good. It's got brakes on it. It'll handle good.
Yeah.
It'll actually work pretty good now. Took all the dangerous crap off. Even got the rear fender mounted square and straight, and sissy bar is halfway straight.
All right. Enough of that.
All right. Okay, working a few more hours on this bike. Didn't think you get much done, but we get a little bit done every now and then. So right now we got the positive cable here, run up underneath here. It goes up off the starter under there where you can't even see it. It used to come up through this hole right here, which is a place to short out, and it was all getting boogered up. So we wound up sliding a piece of 3/8 oil line over the cable to protect it. So now it's up under there. You can see it. It's got that tubing over it right there. So you can see the right lettering on it right there. That's not an oil line. That's the battery cable. So we got that in. That's protected. We got a circuit breaker mount up here welded to the tank. So now the breaker just pops in. It bolts in from the back side. We just got a strap mount made right here, which covers the battery tie down right here. So this is going to hook up like that, and it also hooks over here like that, and it holds the battery down. So we got that part just finished. We have to see if it'll work. And then I had the foam. I don't know where the hell the foam went to. Gone. Anyway, we got a foam pad that goes in here that I can't find right now. You see it anywhere? What happened to it? Yeah, it disappeared. Got too much crap over here. I just laid it right over here. Yeah, whatever. We'll find it. It's laying someplace. We also got the switch here bent forward, the bracket here, so it doesn't hit against the bolt right here. So now that doesn't hit. Where? Oh, I looked right at it. Right in front of my face where I couldn't see it. No wonder I couldn't see it. And this is the foam pad. This is stickum pad. We're not going to stick it on though. We're just going to lay it up in there. So that'll give us a cushy surface for the pad to be, or for the battery to bounce against. So we got that all done. We got the license plate bracket all up on here, and we dialed it in right here so it can't rotate. And the adjuster hits on both discs and the spacer behind it. It's hard to see, but it's back in there. They hit together. So that keeps this from rotating forward and hitting the rack, or hitting the sissy bar here. And limits more problems. So lots of little details that take a lot of time and effort, but we get it done. The seat T bracket, we bent this down quite a bit and extended the slot so it sits more even and clears. The springs up here will now clear the battery where they were hitting on it hard before. So we'll show more of that once we get this bolted in. So now I'm going to try to cut the battery in here and see what happens and go from there. Okay, we got the seat down now. Got the battery mounted up under here. We got our battery hot wire right here. We got good clearances to everything here. The battery's strapped in good and tight. The springs are not rubbing on the battery like they used to here. So all of that stuff's done. We got the seat lowered down, so it's got a nice curve here, not sticking up like this where you fall off the back. And this will help keep your butt in here so we can get on the gas and go. It'll work. Okay, so this is how it's all mounted right under here. So we got our strap mounted up under there where you can't see it. And then we got the circuit breaker all in here. We got our hot wires here. And the regulator, alternator regulator comes off of here, goes to this post. This post goes right to here. So the only wires going to here is this cable and the one wire. The other stuff goes to here. And then all of the accessories will come off to here, which basically is just the ignition switch. Goes from here down to the ignition switch, wherever it ran off to, down to here, and we'll be good. So that's where we're at for now on that. And it's only taken all day to get that much done. And like I said, we got the battery cables all up under there protected, so we don't have to worry about any arcs going on. So right now we're working on the taillight electrical.
Where do you have that conduit?
It's in my wiring up front. And we're going to run all that over the brake switch, which is buried over under here. My finger's on, you can't see it. The other thing we're working on is the foot peg over here, getting that to where it lines up. So we're going to have to drill this out for 1/2-inch bolts. We can run this 1/2-inch soft tail foot peg bracket. And we'll get the foot peg up on the bike here too. So lots of little things going on. Spend all day doing a couple little things and eventually something gets done. So basically right now everything around the battery box here is done. The only thing left to do is mount the seat springs on the seat up here and this offset bracket we got, and then that part will be done. So this. So center part of the bike will be done on top. Now I gotta move it down to the bottom and do the wiring. So anyway, that's where we're at for now. Okay, got the wiring started here. So how far did you get done? Got the high-low switch wired in. So you're off in the middle, low beam, high beam. Factory color code back there. Blue is hot, white is high beam, and yellow is low beam. So what else we got going on here? Got that all in. Got the taillight wirings all hooked up here. All strapped in down around to here, hidden as much as possible. I'll throw some more zip ties up here a little later. Got the ignition switch stuck back there temporarily. These are going to be our 2 hot wires for the taillight and the brake light. That goes across there, slips across the other side. Switch is back under there. Going to work its way over there. So basically we got 3 circuits on this bike, not counting the starter system and the charging system. But we have the taillight, brake light. We have the headlight system, which goes up through here. Comes out over here. So we got our high and low beam and a separate ground. So that goes up inside of our headlight up here, which is down here. So we got to get a low profile socket here. V-twin makes those. So that fits up inside the headlight on these low profile headlights. And you get a nice quartz bulb in here you can see with. And then the other circuit is our ignition circuit, which comes over from our new Ultimate Ignition, Dana 2009, same thing. So we'll shorten this up here for the coil. And we just got to run a hot lead from here down to the switch over here. So we're going to wind up having a little short circuit from here down to here. That's going to have 3 hot wires coming through it. And then we're also going to have the hot wire coming off the circuit breaker here, which comes off our battery. Powers the ignition switch down here. Goes up, powers the coil and ignition. Powers the headlight switch. And powers the brake light switch, which goes down over there. So if you break up the systems, it works pretty easy. Not too many wires on the bike, obviously. And so we have nothing around the motor that you can see, completely absent of any wiring except for spark plug wires. The coil and stuff will be over here. Goes like that. So you have these wires here, and that's all you're going to see. Pretty straightforward. Everybody wants no wires showing, and I don't drill frames and hide them in frames. That's stupid. So here's your bright light switch. So we got our hot wire coming in, which is red, and we got the brake light coming out, which is black. So that's going to get all zip tied up under here, tucked up clean up underneath all this. Going to circle back around where you can't see it, over to the brake light switch. That'll be the only wires over on this side. There's your ultimate ignition right here. And we got the wire right now snaked up through here, but we'll go ahead and obviously get that all tied up pretty nicely. We'll try to hide it on the back side of the tube so there's nothing on the front side here. Anyway, pretty straight, pretty good. So we got the battery tied in good, so we'll continue with it tomorrow. We'll just plug along as we can. Not much more you can do than that. The other big problem we had was the fuel line. It's got the old style carburetor that comes in from the bottom. So we wound up snaking that around up through here. Keep it off the hot cylinders. Come across the cold intake manifold and come into our petcock. And of course we got clearance off the motor. So one more thing we had to make up. So, all right, that's it for today. Continue tomorrow.